I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com, and today I want to talk about your personal power when you're trying to quit drinking, right? If you haven't succeeded in stepping across that starting line, you have to ask yourself, are you giving away too much of your personal power? And what do I mean by your personal power? Your ability to respond, your ability to keep control. These are all parts of your personal power, right? Your ability to sort of go, well, you know, this is what I'm doing and this is what I have to go through, and I have to, in order to get to where I want to go, I've got to go through this part of my life, right? I've got to go through this discomfort. That's a personal power, right? One of the things that saps your personal power more than anything else is excuses, making excuses. You know, I can't do this because I'm Irish. I can't do this because my family are drinkers. I can't do this because I'm an alcoholic. Right, that's a big one. I can't do this because I really don't feel up to it today, or I don't feel strong enough today, or I can't do this because it's not a good time to do this. Right. That's one of the areas that is going to sap your personal power more than anything else. Your perceptions are a second way that you can give away your personal power, and that's when you sort of think that somebody else has got it better than you, right? Or somebody else has got control over what you're doing, right? Big thing with quitting alcohol when you're in a partnership with somebody else, right? You're in a marriage, or you're living with somebody else who carries on drinking, that you give them the power over your choices, right? By saying, well, they won't quit drinking, and in order for them to quit drinking, in order for me to quit drinking, they have to quit drinking also, you know. They have to support me in my quitting drinking, and if they don't quit drinking themselves, that's not supporting me, and that means that I also can't quit. Another way is to say, well, you know, somebody else has got it easier, right? I've had this a lot with people saying to me, well, you know, you moved to Spain and stuff like that, you've got it easier than I have. You've moved away from the alcohol culture and stuff that you were living in, and all your alcohol buddies and stuff. And to be honest, I moved here a year before I stopped drinking, right? And far from moving away from an alcohol culture, I had it in the back of my head that I was moving into a culture where I could get the alcohol a lot cheaper. I feel it's a healthier lifestyle over here for me, but at the end of the day, it makes no blind bit of difference. You know, it's you make the healthier lifestyle the way you want it to. Most of the people around here, where I live a lifestyle which is sort of like one big holiday. You know, they don't, you know, they go to work, but when they're off, they drink and booze themselves into, as I say, they're committing suicide very slowly. They drink a lot of alcohol, eat a lot of shit food and stuff. So, you know, you can easily get into that, and that's what I did get into for a long while. Another sort of perception is that other people have got more powers than you, right? Other people have got better, you know, they've got more willpower than you, you know, they've got more stamina, they've got more to live for, they've got, you know, all these are excuses, right? And it's just seeing things, you're basically seeing these things from your own perspective, and you know, you're sort of giving these attributes to other people, you know, when you don't really know that that's the case. Willpower, for instance, is something that we all have in varying degrees, but it's something that you can build up as well. You don't build it up by not using it. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the more willpower you've got. And in anyone's life, willpower is a finite thing. You know, it's only comes in limited quantities, and your willpower is always going to depend on the time of day that you're talking about. You know, as you gradually go through your day, you're going to have less and less willpower, because willpower relies on energy to keep it going. with abilities, the same thing. You know, like people have got just different abilities to do different things, and an ability that if you haven't got an ability, it doesn't mean to say that you're never going to have that ability. All abilities are skills, right? All abilities can be learned. You get abilities through practicing them, you know, by actually doing them. Another way that you can sort of lose your power is either through action or inaction, right? One thing is you're taking actions in the wrong direction, right? You're not moving in the direction that you should be moving in. And obviously inaction is a massive one. Inaction is where you're sort of waiting for something else to happen before you can carry on, right? Well, I can't do this until this happens, right? You know, there's always something that's going to happen. You're waiting for somebody else to give you permission to do it, you know, and the only person that you need permission from in this instance is yourself. This is your body. This is your your life. This is your health that we're talking about, and nobody else is going to be directly affected by this except you, right? So excuse me, there's a lot of just the way this is. Can you see it's very narrow, and there's a lot of cobwebs and stuff around here just spread across the things. It's early in the morning, so I'm just getting into my face. You know, and another way that you can allow action or inaction to have an impact in what you do is through not planning properly, you know, just basically going through the motions and, you know, hoping that by heading out in the general direction that you want to go, that you're going to get there. Generally what happens is you're like a rudderless ship that just basically goes with the tide, with the flow of the tide. And you know, you need to take control of your own direction. You need to know, like I say, right, this whole journey for me is all about leaving behind the alcohol and going forwards towards your new life, right? And in order to do that, you've got to have a plan of where you're going to go forwards to, right? Now, going forwards and seeing that end goal right at the end of where you want to go, right? That's one part of it, right? But it's not the whole part. The whole part is the process. It's the journey along the way. And you've got to map out that journey. You've got to know at least you're going to take this route now, you're going to take that step next, that step next, that step next, right? You don't have to stick to these things, but you've got to have that general direction that you're going to take your life. If you don't, then you're basically going to, you know, you're going to falter. So you have to have a plan, you have to prepare your plan and make sure that you follow it as much as you can. So you've really got to take charge of your own journey, right? You've got to be proactive in this. You've got to stop making excuses for yourself, first of all. Then you've got to stop waiting for something else to happen or somebody else to tell you that the time is good now to quit drinking. You've got to plan and actively follow, you know, that plan, you know, get proactive in your life. Think positive about everything that you can, you know. Try and think about the positive spin that you can bring on everything. And you'll leak a lot less power that way, you know. You'll hold on to a lot more power yourself. So that's it for now. If you've got any questions or comments, then leave them down below in the post. I'd love to hear what you have to think, your own experiences of this. If you want to come over to the website and sign up to the newsletter, you get a free copy of the Hang Loose Without Booze video course. And subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up. And until next time, have a great day. Keep safe. Keep the alcohol out of your mouth. If you keep the alcohol out of your mouth, it can't affect you, right? You can't, you know, you've got the problem solved. You know, everything is done. You don't have to go back, you know, just don't put the alcohol in. Keep your mind positive all the time. Follow your forwards momentum. plan your goals and proactively go after those goals. So until next time, I'm Kevin O'Hara for Alcohol Mastery. Onwards and upwards.